Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and we're going to make some Matchbox minis. Now, this is a little matchbox, just opens up like this, and I just have 2 or 3 sheets of paper in there, and this is the newsprint paper. Now, I stitched mine across here, but you can glue them, you don't have to stitch. And then it just closes back up like that. Now you can put which I did, and then I tore it off because I didn't really like it. You can put a paper clip on the back to clip these on your pages. You can tuck these in pockets. You can glue them down like they are. You can put a little piece of chipboard on the back to use as your little clip. Lots of different ways that you can clip these, or you can just use your clip and clip them on the side like that. But we're going to make a few of these, and then you can decide how you want to do the back as far as clipping them on or just leaving them plain. I haven't decided yet. I may wait until I start putting them in my journals, and then I'll decide if I want to clip them or if I want to tuck them in a pocket or whatever. So let's get started making a few of these. That's just my trial right there, trial and error. Alright, now you can do this with digital kits. This is not going to be very thick, so you might want to line this with something. Now this paper is a little bit thicker than just plain copy paper, so I'm going to try doing one out of this without putting any backing on it, and we'll see what happens. This piece is, let me tell you, now you can make these any size. This is just the size that I'm making. I'm just basically using up some scrap paper. This is an 8.5 by 3. So if you have 6 by 8 paper, which this one is 6 by 8, and I'm going to make one out of that, then I'll just split it down the middle and that'll make 2. So this just happens to be 8.5, so I'm just going to go ahead and use it like it is. Now I fold it over, or I hold it like this, and then on this piece at the bottom you need to make sure that you have enough to fold up one time about 1/2 inch and then fold up again like that. So you can go ahead and do that piece if you wanted to. Just press it down. And I go ahead and put my glue there and just glue it down, because you're going to need this piece right here glued down. That gives it extra strength. Okay. And then as I hold this piece up, I take this one and I just put it down in there just enough to hold it. Don't run it all the way to the bottom. See, I'm just putting it down about halfway. About halfway right there. Because I'm going to put a little glue right here on each side to hold this piece up. And if you run it all the way down, you can't do that. So just run it about halfway and then fold it. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to go ahead right here at the bottom, just a little dot on both sides, fold that up like that, and then just make sure that it didn't glue this piece down, and it didn't. So then you've got this piece that's going to stay up like that, where you can tuck your little piece at the top in. Now I'm going to go ahead and ink around mine. That's not something you have to do. I try to tell you that every time, because some people say, I don't want to ink. Well, you don't have to. I'm just inking because I don't like that white core on my paper. Alright, so we got that. And then I just have some pieces that are pre-cut. These are just, that is that drawing paper that I got off of Amazon. This is just a scrap piece of digital. And then this is that newspaper print paper, and I think I might just use these 3 pieces, and I'll put a link to these 2 papers below. You get like 5,000 for a little bit of nothing. They're very inexpensive, and they print well too. You can print on them. Okay, I'm going to open this up, put that right there. This one's folded crooked, so let's fold it straight. Just like you're making a little tiny journal, like that right there. Now, if you want to stitch, you can go ahead and stitch around everything now and stitch across here, and you've got this put together. If you don't stitch, you can glue these down. Or you can, and we're going to do this one that way, you can put these together with a needle and thread. Let me just get these kind of halfway evened up here. They don't have to be perfect. Alright, and you're just going to go in, and I'll cut that little piece off right there. Just going to go up and down all the way across in that fold. And just try to get your stitches where they're not too far apart. They can be a little bit apart, but not too much, because you don't want things to start pulling out. And I like stitching on paper. And I'm doing a double. I've got my thread doubled, just so that it will hold a little bit better. Let me pull that through. Okay. I'll just clip that piece, that little piece off. So I'm just going back and forth, up and down, all the way across, right in that fold. Okay, now at the end, I'm just going to come up and go down in the right beside it, and then I'm just going to tie off. And you can tie off on the inside if you want to. All I'm going to do to tie off is just run my needle under these stitches back a ways. Like that. And then I'll just tie a little knot. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to clip this knot off at the end because we don't need that anymore. Now, to ensure that your thread stays put, if you want to on the end, if you didn't do a back stitch, you can put just a tiny bit of glue on that, and that'll hold it in place. Alright, we've got that on there. Now, that's some very botchy stitching, but it's done. Alright. Now, what I did on the other one is right across here with my sewing machine, I ran just a stitch across there to help hold this. That's something else you don't have to do, but it helps give this a little bit more strength. But since this paper is kind of flimsy, I don't think we're going to need that. So that is the little book already put together. Now all we need to do is just put a little bit of something on the front if you want to. I think I might cut this blue butterfly out right here and put him on the front of that. There's my little scissors. Okay, I think we might put him down right there. Or her. I don't know if it's a him or her. And then we'll put a word right here. Or a number. I think I'll just put a word. Let's just use this one. Just says create. Well, I can't hold it this morning. There we go. Then we'll glue that down right there. Like that. And there is another little Matchbox mini. See, this one's a little bit more flimsy. You can still use it, but I like them a little bit stronger, so I think I'll back the rest of them or use a cardstock or pattern paper. So let's grab another piece. I think I'll use this one, and this is out of the paper collection from our February kit. I am still using it from this collection. I think I will be using from this collection for a while. I've still got quite a bit of paper. Alright, this is 6 inches wide, so I'm going to cut it at 3. That's going to get me 2. Okay, let's go ahead and fold up the bottom. Now you can score this if you want to and fold it up. I'm just going to eyeball it. Fold it one more. Okay, we've got that. Then you just need to bring this one down again, just about halfway. Don't take it all the way down to the bottom. There, you can see, about halfway. Right to there. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to go ahead and fold it while I'm holding it there. And then I'm going to give it a little burnish. And there is another front. Now all we need to do is find the papers that we want to put in it. And I think I'll use this book page, a piece of this, and I think 3 is enough. I don't like to get them too thick. Let's see how big we want this. Okay, if I fold it right there, we'll just need to cut it off right there. Alright, just like that. And then we need to put that down in there. Now I'm going to stitch on this one just because it makes it a little bit quicker for me. But there again, you don't have to do that. And I'm going to stitch right across here, but first I'm going to put just a little dollop of glue right here at the bottom, just to hold that up. You just need to hold it for a second. And then once I put my stitch across there, then it's going to be held really well. So I'm going to go to my sewing machine and put my stitches in this, and I will be right back. Okay. There we go. We just started stitching here and a little bit right across here. And I know that's hard for you to see because I used white thread. But there we go. So that's the inside. The pages are stitched in. And now all we need to do is just embellish the front. So what do we want to put on here? See what we can find. I think I might fussy cut this flower and put it on the front. I kind of like that. And I'm just going to leave a little white border all the way around it. Okay, let's put that down there. But I think I'm going to put a little bit of book page behind it. I had a bigger piece of book page here just a minute ago. What happened to it? Well, I guess I can use this piece. Let's put it this way. Yeah, I think that will be better. And let's lay it kind of like that. I like that look. that pretty? Now we can put a little word right here. And I think I'm just going to go back to my words. Let's see. Nope, don't like that color on there. I need to print out more words. I about used all these up. Just about used them all. And these are from one of our digitals. I think it's called Journey. It has these words in there. And I have them printed on a smaller scale, but I think I'm going to use this one. I'm just going to cut it down a little bit. So you can use your printer and print smaller, or just leave them at the regular size. Yeah, like that. And let's see. I'm going to put a little tiny piece of cheesecloth behind that, I think. That's actually 2 pieces. Let's see if it'll work. I don't want it to get hung up on anything, but yeah, I think that'll work. It sticks to my finger. And this cheesecloth came in our January kit, I believe it was. Everybody had some cheesecloth in their kits. So there's lots of different things you can do with it. Put that right there, and then we're going to put this on top. There we go. I'm just going to snip off those hair that are hanging because I don't want them to get hung. And I'm trying to put that top back in. So that is another one. That's how quick and easy they are. So let's see. What do we want to make one out of now? Let's try, oops. Let's try this paper. I think this one would be pretty with one. And we still got all of those other sides of that one too. Side. We've got the other piece of that one that we cut. You'll see that makes 2. Not just one. Okay. Now I'm going to fold it up just a little bit. Fold it again, and you can make this bottom part smaller if you want. I think about that size is good for me. And then we're going to bring that one down just about halfway and then go ahead and fold it. Yeah, I like that. So you can sit and make a ton of these up and just then embellish them as you get ready to. You wouldn't have to embellish them as you go. You could just make a bunch up, and when you start to use them in your journal, you can embellish then. I think I'm just going to use these 3 pieces. I'm just going to do it like this and judge. I think that will work right there. Yep, that's just the right size. And again, we'll stitch this in, or like I said, you can glue it in if you don't want to stitch. All you have to do is put a little bit of glue right there, stick that first one down, put a little bit of glue right there, stick the second one down, and so forth. But I'm going to stitch mine just because I like how quick it is. I don't have to worry about waiting on it to dry. So I'm going to glue this down right there. Fold it up, but I'm going to put just a dab of glue right there at the bottom. Just a touch. Not much. Just a touch. Not much. I did not mean to make a rhyme. Make sure that's pressed down, and then I always check and make sure I didn't glue my little top down there. Okay. Now I'm going to stitch this real quick and we'll be right back. Okay, that's done. Now I'm going to ink around this one. I don't think I inked around the last one. Oops. And I like to open it up and ink right here. That lets, you know, the person that's using this, lets them know that that is a little tuck. See how it shows it separated now. Okay. Now we can embellish it. So, and that's always a chore for me because I want to put a little bit of everything on it. Okay, doesn't really match, so we're not going to use that. I think my bird's too big. Well, he's not exactly too big, is he? I don't know. I might use my bird. Okay, I'm going to trim this bird out real quick and see if he's going to be something I want to use on there. I'm not sure. No, I'm not either because the body of his body has got red in it, and that doesn't have red in it. So let's see what else we've got over here. We could just tear a little piece of this and put this on there. I think I might glue that right there. I like how that looks. I'm going to ink. And I think I'm going to use just a little piece of book page behind it. Maybe right there. Right there. Let's see. I don't know, I like it going that way, I think. Okay. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to glue that down. Then we'll glue this one down. Like that. And then we'll put a word right here. Let's see, what word shall we put? Let's see what we have on the this. We could put celebrate. See what that looks like if I ink it. I think if I ink it, it'll be okay. And I may have to put a little ink over it to keep it from looking so bright. And it's already got sticky on the back, but I'm going to put more. Yeah, that works. That works. I like that. So there is another. Now, I've got this little piece of vellum that I think I might make a little short one out of. I don't think it will don't think I'll be able to make a very big one. Let me think. Yeah, I'll just have to make sure I fold this bottom really little. So let me find my... So I'm going to fold it like that, and then if I fold there, then I'll fold one more. I don't know what this one will look like, but I just saw it laying there and I thought, why not? We can always give it a try. So I'm just folding this up about 1/4 of an inch. There we go. And then I'm going to tuck that in just a little. Right there maybe. Oh, that's going to be a cute one. Look at that. The thing about it is, this is going to stay up all by itself, because this vellum's kind of tough. Okay. So then we need to decide what we're going to put on the inside of this. I think we'll just go ahead and put a few pieces of this, maybe 2 pieces of this. And then I might put a colorful one on the front that'll show through. Okay, I'll get this as my guide here. Okay, so we've got 2 of those. And then I'm just going to find something colorful to put behind there. See what we might, not real bright, but just, oh, that might be pretty. Let's see what that looks like if it shows through. I don't know. That was too matchy-matchy to the front part. What about this one? Just the greenery. Yeah, let's just do that. Just the greenery. Okay. I want to tear this straight, so I'm going to use my straight ruler. And I need to tear it there. Let's see. Let's put that in there and look at it. Oh yeah, I like that. Got that green on there. Alright, I'm going to stitch this real quick and we'll put it together, and that will be another one. Okay, so there is that one. And I think all I want to do to that one is maybe put a little butterfly on there, if I can find just a small one. No, I don't like that one. Let's see if I got a little tiny one in here. I think I looked for some tiny ones the other day and I didn't find one. Got that one, but it's the same color as the paper. That's too big. Okay, I thought I would just cut this flower and put on there. I felt like it needed a little bit, even though it's got flowers on the back. I'm not sure now that I've cut it. I still feel like it's naked, and I think it's just because this is on that vellum. You know what? I'm going to leave that flower off. I'm just going to put down this butterfly and let that be it. Go with my first decision. Ooh, I really did the glue on that one. And this is just a little teal butterfly, but I think it's pretty. And you can still see through the vellum. And then I'm just going to get one of my small words, my little bitty words, and put down here. And it's just going to say thankful. Okay. This on here and we'll have this finished. I might want that up there instead of down at the bottom. Yeah, that'll work right there. I like that. Okay, let me close this back up and move some of this mess out of my way. So here are the ones that we made. Very quick and easy. The hardest part for me is always just trying to decide what I want to put on them. But that is some Matchbox minis that will go great in your journals, and they're so easy to make. You can just use your scraps to make them. Alright guys, that's it for this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and we will talk to you guys later. Bye bye.